What's up, everyone? I'm back. Before I begin, I did a script for this video for myself. Um, Before going through what I wanted to say. So you think I'm not passionate about this? I am, because I wrote the script. I think it should show I'm passionate, and I didn't want to mess up the first video back for a while. Today, I'm going to talk about how I would start the DC cinematic universe, with Netflix losing out the battle to Paramount and James Gunn's universe may be becoming a flop. I wanted to go through how I would reboot the universe and how I would have done it. Um, this is how I would have done it if I was Gunn, and how I would do this big project if I was Paramount with a whole new universe. As stated, this is going to go through my movie in the list and a detailed description of how I wanted this to play out, and I'll go through the next few movies in my videos. Hopefully next week, where I'm going to go through, trying to go through how to put out a weekly video. The first video will be my reboot. So if you're not going to enjoy a few ranting videos from me, then let me know and tell me in the comments what videos you would like to see from me. Anyway, enough ranting. Let's get into the movie. I would start off with a Batman film, but not like how every other Batman film has been in the past. The film starts off watching Batman fighting 8 to 10 Mr. Freeze grunts. So you can see they're all in winter gear. They're out the basically you can see they're built for the weather of being Mr. Freeze's grunt. Batman's not really doing very well. He's getting hit. He's looking very slow. He's throwing punches back, um, but he's not doing very well. After a lot of back and forth, Batman is eventually down to two grunts. It starts to zoom out from the fine. It is a Gotham News update on the TV. On the bottom of the screen of the news report, it says Batman is back after 1 year in retirement? Question mark. As this is still zoomed out, you see an older man, played by Barry Bostwick, with a whiskey in hand, ice in the whiskey, and he says, "Well, at least you tried, Damien." Yes, this film is about Damian Wayne taking on the mantle of Batman himself. In the film, you find out that Bruce has formally retired as Batman. While Bruce has been retired, Gotham has become into a state where Mr. Freeze and Penguin have taken over the whole of Gotham, and that Damian needed to take the mantle to try to restore Gotham back to a better place. Before we go into the next scenes, Mr. Freeze is not super old. It's a younger actor like Stanislav Ivansky. Is that how you say it? The guy from Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, the dude that plays the Russian wizard in that. And the Penguin's about the same age, not super old, a bit younger, and it's the actor Cody Smith McPhee. The next scene, Bruce it follows Bruce through the Wayne Manor, which you can see is massive and full of memories. When he goes down into the Batcave, you see the Robin, Batwoman, Batgirl, and a few Batman suits. Maybe like all Easter egg suits from other universe movies, like a Bale Batman suit, an Affleck suit, stuff like that. Maybe like a Robin suit from one of the older films. And then, as he goes into the railing at the edge of the Batcave, you hear a very loud engine coming into the Batcave. You see Damien pulling it into the Batcave on the Batbike. He turns off the Batbike and he jumps off the bike. You see him just literally. You see the Batcape go outwards. Um, Throws down his gloves and then throws down the cowl and a strop. He's not happy. You follow the cowl, and as it pans back to Damien, it is Aaron Taylor Johnson. I think he's a great fit for Batman. He's got the look. He's very He's very built. I think he can do very well. Damien complains about how stupid the suit is, and it does not make any sense. Bruce says he wasn't ready, and we need to go back into training with this suit. It was made for you. Um, so then you see Lucius Fox's daughter walk out, Amelia Fox. It's Amandla Stenberg playing it. She says, "Okay, let me get you into augmented reality with the suit specs on it, and you can also go in Bruce, and you can have the same suit. Let's see how you do against each other. Let's test out this suit." This cuts to Damien and Bruce in augmented reality, with Damien's batsuit starting to fight each other. You see the whole first fight. Bruce wins, but not by a landslide. Bruce says, "Run it again, but make Damien's suit lighter." And mine. I think it has too many heavy protective values on this suit. So you see the start of the fight. It looks a lot faster, and it looks like the fight is flowing a lot better. But as you see the fight cuts out. You see Mr. Freeze and Penguin talking. They're plotting how to break out the Joker, Harley Quinn, Catwoman, Penguin Senior, and Mr. Freeze Senior from Arkham Asylum. The next few scenes of the movie shows Mr. Freeze and Penguin starting to get all the explosives, recruiting more grunts, and getting vehicles as you see them talking in a warehouse. You can see in the background of the shot Batman on the roof of the warehouse. Every shot, um, you can see less and less grunts as you see Batman slowly picking them off. You can see them hanging from the warehouse roof. You can see them down and out, tied up. You can see that Batman's slowly working his way around the warehouse to basically take out all these grunts. Uh, so, as you see this, you see that Penguin and Mr. Freeze are still distracted and talking. You can see all the tires on the vehicles have flats. You can see no explosives in the back of the shot anymore. And you can see the door slam open. Batman on the other side of the door, he instantly jumps onto Mr. Freeze and starts to fight. You can see that you see the fight ongoing. Batman's looking more better at fighting. He's looking more flowy. He's looking a lot faster. Mr. Freeze is holding his own against Batman, but you can still see that Batman is landing a lot more hits on Mr. Freeze than Freeze is landing on him. As this is going on, you see Penguin skulking away to a drawer and rummaging around in that drawer until you see him pop out and his hand is a grenade. As you see Batman and Mr. Freeze still fighting, you follow Penguin into one of the vehicles. He starts the vehicle and tries to pull away, but he can't. As you see him starting to pull away, you hear the massive explosion in the background. Boom! The grenade goes off. Penguin gets out of the vehicle and starts to run off. It cuts out to a Gotham News clip of the backlash of the grenade, and on the bottom of the text saying, "Is Batman dead?" Bruce is drinking his whiskey again, of course he is, and is on the phone. As he puts down the phone, you see the name on the phone as Tim Drake. Yep, we're going to go with Tim Drake. We're not going to go. We're not going to go straight into Nightwing. Let's get a bit of a difference. Let's get Tim Drake involved. He isn't in as many movies. Let's get a different side of things. He immediately puts down the phone and tries to call Damien, but gets no answer. You see Bruce going around the Batcave to the back, around the manor and to the Batcave again. He's starting to consider putting on the suit himself before you hear a car slowly pulling into the Batcave. Bruce instantly jumps into the suit and down onto the car bonnet. Bang! You see the car bonnet go down. In the car, in that car, it's the car from before. It's the one that Penguin tried to escape in. Flat tires, blacked out windows. Bruce says, "Get out! Now!" Damien pops out of the car. Suit off. He has which is burned. His cowl is three-quarters destroyed, and the bottom of his neck and a bit of his face are burned. Damien says, "I'm okay," and Freeze is locked up. Let's get Penguin now. Bruce explains, "Okay, but we need to rest and get these burns healed and work out the plan for capturing Penguin. He's the mastermind of this plot, so I'm sure his backup he has a backup plan for this breakout." This cuts to Damien on a surgical table with Alison Fox over him, with a device spraying his wounds, explaining to him how much he made her panic. You can see there's a romantic connection there. Damien's flirting with Alison, and Alison's flirting back. After this scene, this cuts to Penguin in a room with lots more grunts, explosives, and then giving a big speech. He explains that we cannot be beaten this time. I am ready for Batman. There is only one way to complete this job, and this is by killing Batman before we can try to execute the plan. And we need one grunt to take on Batman to keep fighting, so we can try to get him in position for my plan. A very big guy, built, very muscly, puts his hand up and walks from the back of the crowd. And he walks forward, and it's Freeze. He's in a new suit. You can see it's very burnt. He's very burnt, and someone and but you can see it's a cobbled together suit. It's not brand new, but you can see some of the parts are newer. And you can see he's got a freeze gun in his hand. And he says, "Okay, we're going to sit here, wait for Batman to come to us. Freeze will take on Batman, and um, let's go with this plan." As they're waiting for the door to open, a small hole in the roof of the room opens. Batman falls the hole, through the hole, and says, "Guess who's back?" The fight ensues with most of the grunts. Mr. Freeze helping out with his gun. Batman is trying to avoid that gun, and the Penguin starts the cars with the other grunts and starts to drive off. Freeze is shot and left alone with the grunts and Batman. Mr. Freeze is starting to win by playing more tactically with his gun. He's using some ice around the room, trying to make Batman fall over, lose his footing. As, as Batman starts to falter, all the grunts left over are gone. He is on the floor, and Mr. Freeze is about to freeze him with the gun. Batman sweeps his legs, Freeze's legs go from under him, and he grabs the gun and freezes Mr. Freeze with his own gun. Damien, happy, calls Bruce and says, "I need you to come grab Mr. Freeze now. I thought he couldn't escape before, but I need to make sure he can't now." Damien waits as Damien waits for a while as Barbara Gordon walks in, played by Jessie Schramm. She gets the police officers to take Mr. Freeze, and she explains to Batman that as the commissioner, she can assure he will make it to Arkham Asylum. Yes, we've got a Barbara Gordon. Let's go. Yep. So, as she says Arkham, this cuts to Arkham Asylum with Penguin outside the gate with all his cars, grunts, and explosives ready to blow the gates open. As he is about to blow the gate, Red Robin jumps down to stop him blowing up the explosive and says, "Penguin, I can let you, I can't let you do this. Batman is busy, and I had to clear my schedule just for you. I didn't want to have to do this. You are just a mouse." You can see Penguin is very, very angry. He looks at Red Robin and says, "Well, too bad." Pulls out a second remote, presses the button. You hear an explosion in the background, but it's not the gates. Red Robin says, "Oh no, I need to go deal with that," and jumps over the gate with the remote in hand and runs off into the asylum. Penguin says, "No, I've got this. He just goes into his pocket, pulls out another grenade, throws it into the gate. The gate blows up. As the smoke falls off, Batman walks through the smoke. The final showdown ensues with Batman and Penguin and the Grunts. The Grunts are trying to hit Batman with the cars and shoot Batman. This is helping Penguin get the upper hand on Batman. You can see Batman is throwing batarangs, but missing Penguin completely. You can see in the fight, he's clearly just throwing them all wide. This was all part of his plan. All the cars are now disabled, and Batman is starting to win the fights. The grunts, he's starting to get rid of them. One by one, he's starting to go. Boof, 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 boof. You can see all the grunts are down. Penguin is bruised and beaten. Batman is standing over him. Says, "It's over, Penguin. Time to go back to the Antarctica with you." The film ends with credits, and in the after credits, you can see Bruce and Damian sitting there, whiskies in hand, watching the Gotham news. And as it pans to the Gotham news, you see the back of Superman's cape with a caption saying, "Has Superman still got it?" Damian asks, "Does Kal-El still have it?" Cuts the movie. Movie over. I know this is a bit of a rant, and the movie isn't perfect. It probably would need some more middle parts and some more talking to explain certain elements. But I think this is a good start to a newer Batman movie. It's using different kinds of uh, elements, using an older Batman, using um, a newer Damian, um, using Barbara Gordon as the commissioner, using a new Penguin, a new Mister Freeze, and it's kind of explaining that the others are still in Arkham and they need to escape. um, I I think that was mostly it. Didn't did I? Yeah, I don't think I explained who I wanted to play Batman. That was the only thing. So yeah. Oh yeah, I did. Sorry, I did. So tell me what you think in the comments. This script took over an hour to write, so I would appreciate the feedback. And if you would like and subscribe, that would be awesome. Pie Player signing off.